Welcome to my channel, Worldwise. I bet you didn't know what it truly takes to survive deep beneath the Earth's surface. The Atacama Desert in Chile, a place where the sun reigns and the land stretches endlessly, painted in shades of ochre and gold. This is a place of harsh beauty. The Earth is sun-baked and cracked, a testament to the relentless heat and the unforgiving climate that shapes every living thing here. Towering above the desert, the Andes Mountains touch the clouds, their peaks shrouded in mist and mystery, ancient and silent witnesses to centuries of struggle and survival. Deep inside one of these mountains, men worked day after day, descending into the darkness before the sun had even risen. They mined copper and gold, treasures hidden in the Earth's core, carving tunnels through rock in search of fortune and a better life for their families. These men were tough, their hands calloused, their faces streaked with dust and sweat. They were used to hard work, to the weight of the mountain pressing down above them. They were fathers, sons, brothers and friends, bound together by the dangers they faced and the dreams they shared. In the darkness they joked and sang, their laughter echoing off stone walls. The heart of the mountain became their second home, a place of both fear and belonging. Life wasn't easy, but it was theirs. Every meal, every story shared underground was a small victory against the isolation and the ever-present danger. Luis Urzua, the shift foreman, knew every tunnel, every turn, every creak in the rock. He was the leader, the one the others trusted to guide them safely through the labyrinth below. A serious man, he kept his crew in line, always alert, always watching for signs of trouble. There was Juan Ilanes, the resourceful one, always tinkering with equipment, finding solutions when things broke down in the depths. Mario Sepulveda, the life of the party, kept spirits high with his jokes and stories, lifting the mood when the days grew long and hope seemed far away. And there was Franklin Lobos, the former soccer star, who still chased dreams underground, inspiring others with tales of the world above. 33 men, each with stories to tell, each with hopes for the future and loved ones waiting for them at home. They knew the risks of their job. Every shift could be their last, but they faced the danger with courage and determination. Mining is a dangerous dance with nature, a constant battle against the Earth's unpredictable power. But on August 5th, 2010, the mountain roared, a sound no miner ever wants to hear. A monstrous rumble shook the Earth, echoing through the tunnels, sending shockwaves of fear through every man below. Dust filled the air, choking, blinding, turning day to night in an instant as the mountain's heart gave way. The heart of the mountain had collapsed, sealing 33 souls in its depths, leaving them to face the unknown together, far from the world above. Silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. The air thick with dust, the smell of earth, of fear. Every breath felt gritty, every heartbeat echoed in the stillness. The world above was gone, replaced by a tomb of stone and shadow. In that moment, time seemed to stop, and the only thing that remained was the overwhelming sense of uncertainty. Their headlamps, usually cutting through the mine's darkness, seemed feeble now. The beams barely reached a few feet ahead, swallowed by the endless black. Shadows danced on the jagged walls, making the space feel even smaller, more claustrophobic. Each flicker of light was a reminder of how deep they were, how far from rescue. They were trapped. 700 meters of rock and earth separated them from the surface, from life as they knew it. The weight of the mountain pressed down on them, a constant, silent threat. Escape seemed impossible, and the realization settled heavily on their shoulders. Panic threatened to consume them, but Luis Urzua, the foreman, knew they couldn't afford to lose control. He steadied his breath, searching for the right words, knowing that every eye was on him. In that darkness, leadership was their only anchor. "We need a plan," he said, his voice firm despite the tremor in his heart. "We need to work together. If we panic, we're lost. We must ration our supplies, keep our spirits up and trust each other. It's the only way we'll survive." They gathered in the largest chamber, a meager refuge in the heart of their tomb. The walls closed in around them, but together they found a sliver of comfort in each other's presence. Every whispered word, every shared glance was a lifeline. Food was scarce, just a few cans of tuna, some cookies, milk past its prime. They counted every crumb, every drop, knowing it had to last for days, maybe weeks. Hunger gnawed at their stomachs, but they resisted the urge to eat more than their share. Water, even more precious, trickled from a rock fissure. They took turns collecting it, careful not to waste a single drop. Each sip was a reminder of how fragile their situation was, how dependent they were on the mercy of the earth itself. Days bled into nights. The darkness was absolute, broken only by the faint beams of their headlamps. Time lost all meaning, and sleep came in restless fits. The endless blackness pressed in, testing their resolve. The heat was oppressive, a suffocating embrace. Sweat soaked their clothes, and the air felt thick and heavy. Breathing was a struggle, and exhaustion threatened to overwhelm them. They told stories, sang songs from their childhoods, clung to memories of the sun, the wind, the faces of their loved ones. Laughter and tears mingled in the darkness, each memory a small rebellion against despair. Hope was a fragile flame, flickering in the suffocating darkness. Yet even in the deepest night, they refused to let it die. Together, they waited, daring to believe that rescue might still come. Above ground, a different kind of struggle. Families gathered at the mine entrance, a sea of faces etched with anguish and hope. The news of the collapse spread like wildfire, engulfing the nation, the world in its grip. Could there be life under such devastation? The world watched and prayed. Engineers, miners, experts from around the globe converged on the Atacama. NASA, with its experience in space exploration, offered its expertise. Time was the enemy. Every hour, every minute, the miners' chances dwindled. Drilling commenced, a desperate race against time. Plan A, then Plan B, then Plan C. Down below, the miners clung to life. They rationed their meager food with meticulous care. Juan Ilanes, the resourceful one, devised ways to collect water, to stretch their supplies. They organized themselves, assigned tasks, found strength in their shared struggle. They refused to give up hope. The lifeline, a narrow tube, became a conduit of hope. Through this slender passage, the outside world reached down into the darkness, threading a fragile connection between the trapped men and the families waiting above. Every package sent down the tube was a reminder that they were not alone, that someone was fighting for them on the surface. Food, water, medicine, letters from loved ones, all flowed down to sustain them. Each delivery was a lifeline in itself, a small miracle that kept their bodies nourished and their spirits from breaking. The letters especially brought comfort, words of encouragement, love and hope that echoed in the silence of the mine. They received small cameras, allowing them to record messages, to share their ordeal with the world. These cameras became their voice, a way to show their faces, their fears, and their determination to survive. Through the lens, they reached out, bridging the gap between darkness and daylight. They were no longer faceless voices in the dark. The world could now see their exhaustion, their hope, and their humanity. Each face told a story of endurance and longing. They were fathers, sons, brothers, fighting to survive. Their bonds grew stronger with every passing day, united by the struggle and the memories of those waiting for them above. Then on the 17th day, a sound, a distant rhythmic hammering. It was faint at first, almost lost in the endless silence, but unmistakable, a sign that something or someone was drawing near. Was it real or just a figment of their hope-starved minds? The uncertainty gnawed at them, but the possibility was enough to set their hearts racing. They gathered around the borehole, their hearts pounding in their chests, every ear strained to catch the next beat, every eye searching for a sign. The sound grew louder, closer. The vibrations in the rock became a promise, a message from above that rescue was within reach. Hope, once a flickering flame, flared anew. It was real. The impossible was happening before their eyes. The drill had broken through. The barrier between worlds was shattered, and the first true sign of rescue had arrived. A note attached to the drill bit confirmed the impossible. They were not forgotten. Rescue was coming. The words on the paper were a lifeline stronger than steel. Jubilation erupted in the darkness, tears mingling with the dust. For a moment the mine was filled with laughter and relief, but the note also brought news. The rescue would not be quick or easy. It would be months before they could be rescued. Months! The reality of the long wait ahead settled over them like a heavy blanket. Could they survive that long? The question lingered in the air, but now at least they knew they were not alone, and that hope, however fragile, was alive. One by one, they emerged from the depths, blinking in the sunlight, embraced by loved ones, hailed as heroes. Luis Urzúa, the stoic leader, was the last to surface. He had kept his promise to his men. He would be the last to leave. The world celebrated with them, marveling at their resilience, their strength, their brotherhood forged in the crucible of darkness. The rescue of the 33 miners was a testament to human ingenuity, perseverance, and the power of hope. It was a global effort, a symphony of expertise, compassion, and sheer determination. The physical scars of their ordeal would heal, but the memories, the lessons learned, would remain etched in their hearts. They had faced death and emerged, changed forever. Some struggled to adapt to life above ground, haunted by their time in the darkness. Others found solace in their families, their faith, the simple joys of life. Their story, a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness, reminded us of the indomitable spirit of humanity. It showed us the strength that lies in unity, in compassion, in the unwavering belief that even in our darkest hour, hope can bloom. The San Jose mine, once a symbol of tragedy, became a testament to human resilience. The story of the 33 miners resonated across the globe, reminding us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, hope can triumph. It reminded us of the power of human connection, of the bonds that unite us, of the strength we find in each other. Their story, a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness, reminded us of the indomitable spirit of humanity. It showed us the strength that lies in unity and compassion, in the unwavering belief that even in our darkest hour, hope can bloom.
My next video is out now. Watch it!